Hi, thanks for being here. I'm Miss Kim and I am here to read you a story today. I picked out a book that I thought you would really like. It's about a little parakeet named Barnaby. Barnaby. And the author is Andrea Curtis and Kass Reich. So there's two authors on this book. Barnaby. All right, let's get started. Barnaby. In a falling down house on the edge of a park lived a beautiful blue budgie named Barnaby. Some people call parakeets budgies. That's another name for them. So his cage was gold and shaped like a gumdrop castle. He had a swing and a ring, a rope to chew, and bells that jingle jangled. And a kind lady fed him sunflower seeds and pieces of sweet mango. It looks like he has a pretty good life. She's holding him and he looks very happy. Each morning, when the lady took the quilt off his cage, Barnaby warbled his song, a handful of chirps like a bubbling stream. At night, when she came home, she let him out so that he could fly around the room, landing here and there and nuzzling his feathers against her neck. Aww. One day, the lady appeared carrying a small cage. "I found a friend for you," she smiled. Oh, but look at Barnaby. Barnaby turned his back. "Ack, ack, ack," he cried. He tore at the newspapers covering the bottom of his cage. He hung upside down until he was dizzy. He squawked until the lady took that little bird away. Whoa. Why do you think he's doing that? I don't think he wants the new bird, right? He doesn't want to be a friend. But the next morning, the small cage was back. Barnaby ignored the little yellow puff. The lady was patient. Each day she let Barnaby nuzzle her neck with his feathers. She also talked gently to the yellow bird and offered him seeds and slices of tangerine. On the third evening, when she let him out, Barnaby flew to her favorite pillow and began to pull at the threads with his sharp beak. Oh no! Look what he's doing. I think he's being naughty. He's angry and he's being naughty. The lady's face turned as red as her hair, and she shut him in his cage. Oh, she was not happy with him tearing up her pillow. So she said, "I guess he's taking a time out." The next day, when the lady let him out, Barnaby did not go to her. He blurted out a scolding song and he darted out the open window. Look. Oh no, there he went out the window. She's trying to stop him, but she couldn't catch him. The lady's voice tugged at him. She was calling for him, but Barnaby did not look back. He's flying high in the sky. Finally, he landed on a maple tree, which erupted with the flapping of many tiny wings. He had never seen so many dull feathered birds before. Barnaby looked at his shimmering blue breast and puffed up his head feathers. He glanced towards the falling down house. Could the lady see him still? But the house wasn't there. The trees were different. Where were the children? Where was the playground? He flew around searching for the places that he knew, but nothing was familiar. He's kind of lost, I think. Barnaby rested on a long wooden fence, silence heavy on his wings. Suddenly, a flock of tiny birds filled the air with their chirping song. They landed on the ground nearby, flapping their wings and throwing dust in the air. Barnaby turned his back on the dirty birds. He carefully groomed his feathers and pranced along the fence. Barnaby's an indoor bird, and these birds are wild outdoor birds, aren't they? The birds ignored Barnaby, bickering happily over seeds. Barnaby began to whistle, amazing even himself with a beautiful song. But still the flock paid him no mind, leaving without warning to splash in a nearby puddle. They paid him no mind. Barnaby watched from the distance. Watching made him thirsty, and it made him hungry. Slowly he edged closer to the other birds, then closer still, and then the tiniest of all the tiny birds landed beside him and dropped a plump red berry at his feet. Barnaby hesitated for a second, then he gobbled it up. It was tangy and delicious. This time when the birds moved, Barnaby followed. He's going to go with them this time. They showed him how to ride the wind, track a path, and eat on the wing. They showed him how to find the tastiest insects and the delicious seeds of the dandelion head. And he discovered that the birds' feathers were not dull at all, but flecked with gold and bands of rust. Their chests were as white as snow that he'd seen through the window in the winter. Yeah, wild birds are very beautiful too. But Barnaby did not forget the kind lady. He did not forget the little yellow bird. Each night, when darkness settled, he sang farewell to his flock and he searched for the falling down house. He cruised high and low, marking his path as his friends had taught him. And then one night, there it was. Barnaby peered through the wide open window. He could see the lady getting ready for bed. He could see the yellow bird on a swing, feathers soft as summer wind. And there was his golden cage, the door flung open as if he might return at any moment. But instead of flying inside, Barnaby launched himself off again. He flew back to the berry bush and he plucked the juiciest fruit that he could find. And he carried it straight to the yellow bird's cage and dropped the berry inside the door. Then he nudged it in with his beak and warbled out a warm trill to say that he was home. he found his way home. The wild birds helped him to learn how to find his way home. Oh, and that is the end. So he had a little adventure, but he learned that he liked being at home. So I think he's going to be friends with the little yellow bird now, don't you? All right. So if you want to read this book again, it's at the library and you can come check it out. Get out, Barnaby. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.